They're gonna know. The world is gonna know. I had this pink Power Ranger. I had this pink Power Ranger pajama. It was my favorite. It was a onesie. You zipped it up. Like literally like it was like a costume because it was a pink Power Ranger outfit. And we were in Mexico this time, and she always wanted to wear my freaking clothes. And she, like I would say no, of course. Like no.
I think I looked up to you, right?
And you still do. When you're that little, you don't want to share nothing. So she went to my mom. She was like, "Tia, ¿me prestas la pijama de Carolina?" And my
I probably
mom
said like "me gusta mucho" or something.
For her conniving little self. So I'm so mad about this because I love the pajama and I never got it back.
That's like 22 years later. This is what happens.
My mom let her borrow it and I never saw the pajama again.
No, she gave it to me.
No, she didn't.
Yes,
no,
she did. I
didn't.
swear to God. We're gonna have to bring your mom up here. She gave it to me. Why would I have kept it?
Because you're little, conniving little brat.
No. No, I didn't.
And she would do that very often. She'd be like, "Tia, ¿me prestas un vestido de Carolina?" And my mom
I don't
would be
remember
like,
that.
No, one time. You remember because one time nos agarramos de las greñas. Like literally, like we were holding onto each other's hair. Like our moms were pulling us apart.
I don't have no recollection of that.
So then later, what my mom would do is like if she would buy me something and she knew that she was coming, she would buy her the same. Like you remember that black falda that had like blue flowers or blue like
yes.
Yeah. She always had to do something to me. She has a big butt, right? My mom got my falda a size bigger than her because I'm a couple years older than her. Well, her falda fit her a little bit smaller on her than it should because your butt was big. So it looked a little bit higher. You were like, but I think yours would fit me better.
Did we swap?
We swapped our faldas.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, nomás lo que te conviene, ¿te acuerdas?
I know. No, you know what? Melly has actually told me this too, that I was such a mean person to her when I was young, that I would like hit her and I don't remember this. I don't remember this, and I'm, you know, very sorry, but it's crazy how I was so mean to them, but we're still close. Like I'm still close to her, I'm still close to Melly. Anyway, well, who's the youngest? Obviously myself. Who's the best cook? Yeah, her. I try to cook. I know how to follow recipes down to the T, but cooking, she's more artistic and like creative. And actually she just did lasagna and she taught me how to do it. So we did that yesterday. I really love to cook. Another one of my passions. And my dad had a restaurant, so I think that he instilled that in me. Have you ever visited Disneyland? Yes. I have, and she has. And we actually did together one time. Oh my gosh, remember I took my boot? Yeah. I remember that we took a picture together because we have the picture. But let me tell them about your boot. It was like around Easter. It was decently hot. It was hot. Yes. She was wearing short shorts with Uggs. And her mom kept getting her in trouble so much because she has always wanted tan legs. I mean, we all do, right? But her mom was like, "Ay, Karen, ¿por qué siempre quieres hacer eso? Mira, Carolina, qué bonita tiene tus piernas bien güeritas." And now I hate my white legs too. I think that thing you like them. Yeah, but I don't anymore. 3 things that are completely different about you and your cousin. I'm definitely a little bit more organized. You gotta give that to me. Get out of here. Makeup wise, yeah. And room wise, everything wise. Room wise, my room is really organized right now. Because I came? But it was still organized. The only thing was because there was a lot of clothes on the floor because it was dirty, but I washed it. I've got like a little bit more organization than her. Okay, whatever. Okay, another one is that she's the youngest one of her family. Oh. And I'm like the oldest one. I get spoiled and she spoils. Yeah, I'm like a motherly figure. Another thing that is very different about us. Wow, you are really, we have a lot. What? Well, is that, let's say we ordered this salad. Let's say I said, I don't want any chicken, and they put chicken. I'm like, whatever, I'll just put the chicken to the side. Her, she'll be like, oh no, I said no chicken. No, but I'm nice about it. I'm not mean. No, yeah, she's nice about it. But I used to not say anything, but then, no, you pay, you know, the amount for the food. Say it politely, you know, oh, and I think it's because, again, my dad had a restaurant and I hated it when people were like, I said no chicken. I'm like, you could just move the chicken to the side yourself. So I never do that. Like if I go get a manicure, but let's say like they would paint a little bit on my finger. I wouldn't say anything? I wouldn't say anything. Okay, no. Yes, you would. So I guess I'm a pushover. I know I wouldn't. Because I do. You gotta learn to speak up for myself, I guess. Yes, you do. What is the best memory you share with each other? We have too many. Yeah. What's one that you really like them? Every time I think of my childhood, I always think when I would come and visit them and I would work with them, but I didn't feel like it was work. Like we were just having a really good time. Yeah, I think just every summer, like every vacation that you came over. Remember one time we went to Mexico and my grandma, a lot of houses in Mexico, you could just go up to the top of the house and they have like the camper or whatever. Yeah, which is like an attic, but it doesn't have a roof. The rooftop. The rooftop. There you go, the rooftop. So we went up there and my grandma had like old camper and she had a bunch of like pots and pans and we used to play right there. And one time we were making pozole. Or no, we were not making pozole, that's just what Oscar called it. I don't know what we were making, but we were making something with mud, right? And it was some kind of food. And one of our other cousins, his name is Oscar, he wanted to play with us, but we wouldn't let him because he was a boy and we were girls and we were not gonna let him play with us. So I don't know what we were doing. Probably went to the bathroom because we would go to the bathroom together. I don't remember that we did. Yeah, we would go to the bathroom. You don't remember that? No. Girl, we used to do that for a long time. Like go pee together? Yeah.
We used to go to the bathroom. So we went to the bathroom together, and then when we came back, he already had our pots, and he was like throwing all our food out of our pots, and he's like, comadre, estoy echando su pozole. And he was throwing it from the top of the roof all the way to the bottom, and the bottom
in front of the house. Remember that time? People probably don't care about this, but one of our uncles, he would date a lot of women, right? Because he was young. Remember? We ripped the pictures. Remember? Yes, you do. You don't remember? So he had it
upstairs.
Yes, upstairs. They have like a room upstairs, and he had an album of a lot of pictures. Her and I guess we were doing travesuras. We saw the album, and we ripped a lot of the pictures, and then we threw them to the corner of the room where nobody could get in.
Or so we thought.
Nobody found. Did someone find them? I don't know. But I told my uncle. I told him, hey, you know, like 10 years ago, he was like, ah, de veras. Oh, we ever got caught doing something?
This is the time that we got drunk. That we get in trouble for getting drunk still.
Oh yeah, that time we went to Mexico.
What was the favorite prank that we planned to prank?
Well, at the restaurant when you locked my cash register.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Well, no, we would do that to each other, huh?
We would do that to each other, but we would do it to Charlie too. There was cash registers, and we always had the little key in the box that opened. We always kept the key in there. We would leave it on the register, and we would never take it off. Because we always left it open while we were working. It was always unlocked. But we thought it was the funniest thing. When she wasn't looking or when I wasn't looking, we would lock it. So we would ring somebody up, and when it was time to give them the change, we would push the open drawer button, and it just wouldn't open, and you would look like a dumbass because you're right there waiting for the door to open.
And then the other one would be cracking up on the side.
Yeah. Which would make the other one laugh too, so you were like,
and then the customer would be like, what's going on, you know?
But it was the funniest thing. We could not get over it. When we think about it, we still freaking laugh.
It's so funny. What is the nicest thing your cousin has ever done for you? That we visit each other because we live kind of far apart.
That we don't have to depend on our parents, because we would do an elaborate theme of how we were gonna ask our parents, how we were gonna
convince them, why we needed to come over, or why she needed to go over there. And now we kind of like alternate. Oh wait, but the nicest thing.
Oh well, when I had Kareem, when I had my son, before I had him, you came over and you helped me organize all his little clothes in the drawers. Remember?
Oh, and then I came a week after he was born. Well, she does my nails every here and there, and she did safari themed this time. I hope you.
On the other hand,
she has really good art, so she does them for free. But then I always feel like I have to, you know, like $1 or $2, you know, as tip or something. Like,
and she does it.
No, like to give her stuff. Like I like to give her, you know.
Yeah, she does.
A foundation or a concealer that she never wears because she likes another one better.
But I'll never throw it away because you gave it to me.
Well, but use it. It's such a good concealer. What is your cousin's most used sentence word? Hella.
And girl.
This girl here in Hanford, and I guess everybody says it here, but I know people in Riverside and like other places say it, but not in Orange County, or at least not where
not in Orange County.
No, relax. Like not where.
I honestly thought it was a whole California thing. I thought everybody said hella. How do you hella people say hella?
That's hella
and
cool.
And this food is hella good. You can literally say for anything, like you're hella lying or you're hella dumb. I don't know a word, but you like this.
Stop. Nobody needs to know that. No, that's not a word.
That. She does that all the time. Like you'll be talking to her and then she's like she said that her ear itches.
That just like sounds like a pig noise. I don't. But that's what you do. I do this. Show you guys. That's what I do. I don't know why. I get an itch over here or over here.
So you'll be like having a regular conversation, regular ass
smooth, relaxing conversation.
Yeah, and all of a sudden she's like
it's kind of like scratching my ear. Feels good.
But a phrase you say, esto no? Like we're gonna eat no?
I say no a lot?
Yeah.
I guess
we're gonna make lasagna no?
But I do say girl a lot too. I'm like, when I get excited or whatever, I'm like, girl. Okay, well, what is your favorite thing about your cousin? Like everything. She's very, I love her. Me too. She's very generous. Freaking love visiting her because I love the fact that she has an apartment and I don't. So I think that's why I come. And then we come and eat all her food.
To my apartment. We just have such a good time together.
Yeah.
Like literally, we have no filter around each other, so we don't feel like we have to be nice.
We just kind of pick up where we left off. It's never an awkward like, hi, you know?
Yeah,
it's like,
no, never. And remember when we were little and we would talk on the phone for literally 3 hours.
What would we talk about?
How we were gonna
plan to come over.
Yeah, how we were gonna convince our parents or how we were gonna trick them into coming.
And then she would write letters to me. I don't think, did I ever write any letters to you? I think probably like 1 or 2, but she would always write letters to me. That's stuff that you would say, it's so dumb. You'd be like, well, hey girl, I'm here in class, I'm bored, I'm doing nothing, and here I am reading everything.
But I was thinking of you. That was gonna be like our signature. Like I told her, every time you write me back, send me the rainbow, and then every time I write you back, I'll send it to you.
I don't remember that rainbow.
Well, you never sent it back because you never wrote back.
This is the last one. Okay, this is where the tea gets spilled. What is your least favorite thing about your cousin? Girl, I got a lot. Well, sometimes you know how she ignores me because she's on her phone. She does take forever to reply sometimes.
So do you.
Wait, there's more than one. Okay.
What don't I like about you? You walk hella fast. She walks hella. Yeah. Anywhere we go, she's always like at least 3 feet ahead of me.
I think because where I live, everything is really fast paced.
I think so too.
You're like always rushing, going to college and everything. I would have to speed my way to class. The parking, irrelevant, but I'm just so used to it. Even when I go to the swap meet, I'm speeding and I'm like, why am I going so fast? Well, I freaking hate that she doesn't wash her brushes because I want to use them sometimes.
I don't wash my brushes.
Okay, this is the main thing that bugs me, that you don't let me help you clean. Yeah. I always ask her like, hey, just let's organize this.
If you ask me for something in my house, I know where it is.
You're excusing me. I came in, I was so surprised that it was clean. So I came in and I was like, I was so surprised. The thing
I can't wait till you have your own apartment so I can judge you.
Watch me.
Let's do one more because I want to end on a negative note.
Melly asked, what inspired you to do nails? What inspired me to do videos? So I took forever to want to do videos. Felt like I wasn't confident enough to do videos because I thought, oh my god, so many people are gonna judge me. But then in reality, like, who cares? Who gives a, you know? I wanted just to, I don't know, like connect with other people, you know, because you do have your friends and stuff, but it's interesting to meet people from different places. And then I don't know, I love my boyfriend and I, or my fiance and I always like to prank my mom and just do random together. So I want to get that in camera and like just, you know, kind of save it for ourselves, but then also put it out there. Why not? Yeah, I like doing challenges and beauty, and
she's actually a really interesting person. And that's what I told her, because you do a lot of stuff I don't, so it's kind of fun just to see what other people do.
Yeah, it is fun. I like watching other people's
vlogs and stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of like you take the person along with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I say that a lot in my videos, you know what I mean? Like if I'm actually talking to someone, which I kind of am.
Who is the most outgoing cousin?
I'm very outgoing.
Yeah, you for sure.
You're not outgoing with people?
No.
She came over to visit me. She wanted to get turned, you know, and go clubbing and stuff. She was actually down to go with my friends, so I brought her over, and at first she was a little shy, but then she got a few drinks in and she was hella turned.
Oh, yeah.
I'll open a conversation with the random person.
Yeah, and I don't.
The most embarrassing thing, we didn't say. Okay, Leslie asked, what's the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you guys? Did we mention another embarrassing thing? But recently, this is not bad. Come on, everybody gets samples. We went to Sephora, right?
Yeah, everybody gets a regular sample.
Okay, but listen, we wanted, you know, to try some samples out, and they kind of didn't want to give us any.
Why are the girls always like that? Why do people want to give people samples?
I think they probably limit you, or like
tell you guys that if you work at Sephora.
Can you tell us?
Can you tell us? Is there like an inside thing?
Like you feel like it's an inconvenience to ask for a sample. We went in, she asked for a sample. The girl made it seem like she was doing her a favor and was like, you know, like it took her a while. And she even said like, oh, I don't know if this has any more.
I got a sample of something for salt. She was like, get me one too. And I was like, oh, can I get another one for my cousin? And she was like, well, she's like, I don't even know if there's enough for one. And I was like,
this girl.
I was like, que lo exprima y que le saque todo lo que tiene. And I was like, can't you just open another one? Literally, there was nobody in the Sephora. I live in a small little town. And they 2 employees.
We barely were able to get that sample. I told her, well, maybe you could ask for the sample because she wanted to try something else. And this girl gave her like probably enough for like a cheap. I went to go and I squeezed a little bit more. So I told her like, just grab a little bit more, you know? So there she goes, grabbing it from the stick.
I listened to her.
It was like a little stick thing. Yeah, it was a hydrating balm primer. So she was like scraping it on a little bit more, and she freaking, the tube thing came out. Oh my god, we were dying. We were laughing so hard.
It fell on the floor. I don't know how it fell. And I was like, oh my god.
It was so embarrassing. We were laughing so hard.
We were laughing because we were nervous. Yeah. But it was funny too.
Yeah. And the girls never showed up. Like, oh, are you guys okay?
So that was embarrassing.
That was embarrassing. But for ourselves, because nobody saw us.
Yeah.
Well, just the camera. Whoever is watching. Yeah, para de tragar. Yeah, we're done. Okay, guys. So that was the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more about me and, you know, bringing other guests. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I had such a good time with you guys.
Me too. Thank you for coming. Well,
thank you for having me.
Actually, I'm at her house. But yeah. Anyways, continuing on.
What color are your nails?
They're pink and glittery. Papi, did you eat your food? No, you didn't. Let me see. Bring me your bowl. Get your next question ready.
I already have it ready.
The dollars. Hold on. Do I have to look at the camera or the top?
The camera.
Oh,
don't look at
the top.
Don't look at the top.
I've been wanting
to time. I'm not trying to be mean, but you are mean.